TW3 haciendo la misión de la fiesta del hombre muerto. Y bueno, del DLC Hearts of Stone. Y tenemos que ir al hospital de Shani a hablar con ella. Así que vamos para allá. Que creo que está un poco más adelante. Está... Es esto. Pero no hay entrada, ¿no? No, se entrará por el puerto. Vale. Subimos. Y cinemática.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
So, think learned women are ugly as a rule?
Well, it's lucky they've brains, because they've not got beauty. Is that right, lads?
Oh, aye. Mutts, all of them. Hideous things. Wouldn't touch one with a 10L pole.
But this lass is different. Exceptional.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
Sorry, none of your business.
Come on. There's some kind of secret? You embarrassed?
A ver, supongo que sí,
Quite
¿no?
fetching, and you're, well, none too handsome, but a witcher. Lasses like your type. Come now, fess up. You fancy her or not?
Sí.
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Muy bien, pues vale. Ya se van los soldados.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other... must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
So what now? Radovid's dead.
But the war's not over yet. The chaos continues. I'm still very much needed. Though I can't complain. At least I live at home now, and I treat the ill, as is my calling. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Necesito tu ayuda, ¿no? Le contamos lo de Olgir.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Le cuento la historia. Y ya está.
Where do I start? All right. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad. And this toad was actually a prince, and Ophiri wanted that.
And I'm a Kaviri duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. A man named Gontur Odim freed me.
Who's this?
Alguien muy poderoso. Digo yo.
Could be a mage, a demon, or a djinn.
You don't know?
He's very powerful. That's all I need to know. He helped me out of a bind, and now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, then show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, and we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky.
No,
and
creo que no
also
iba a hacer
very
necromancia.
Odim told me how to do it. No sorceress or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
No, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
A mí tampoco. La
Neither
verdad.
do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everett. In my third year at Oxenford, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or famous Redanian dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everett. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their
La
manor.
cripta cerca de su mansión.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
Vale. Perfecto, así no voy solo. Eso está bien. Vale, vámonos. Hay que ir a la cripta de los Von Everett. A ver. La casa de Shani. Este es el piso de arriba hasta el laboratorio, ¿no? Su cama. ¡Ey, mira una carta! Voy a leerla. ¿Invitación de boda? Una invitación de boda para Shani, ¿vale? Y el piso de arriba y el hospital, bueno, está aquí abajo. Madre mía. Ahí todos los enfermos tosiendo. Hala, vámonos. Vamos directos, del uso de teletransporte, porque tanta distancia no la voy a hacer en directo. Vamos. Hay que ir aquí, pues voy desde este pueblo. Vale, pues el hermano está en la tumba de la casa, que no es la casa de Olgierd, no es la casa que vimos, porque esa está en llamas. Es otra mansión que hay perdida por la provincia de Novigrado, que yo he pasado, y que cuando paso por al lado el cielo se oscurece de repente, pero no he entrado, ¿no? He supuesto que, bueno, tenía que ver con alguna misión, lo de siempre. Y es muy grande, es una finca gigante. Bueno, en esta aldea que estamos, concretamente, también tiene lugar una de las misiones más turbias de todo The Witcher 3, Bastante turbia, la verdad. De hecho, la tengo subida en el canal. Muy creepy. Bueno, si no te quedas atascado, mejor. Ah, es ahí. Vale, pues tengo que cruzar el puente. Es esta mansión, que es gigante. Parece que está abandonada. Buah, muy bonito, también. Ok, Que por cierto, Boneverek Olgier nos contó que la tuvo que abandonar por problemas económicos y tal, ¿vale? Cuando hablamos con él en el anterior vídeo. Cinemática.
Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
A ver, como yo sé, ya me lo he pasado, y sé que la boda no es suya, le voy a hacer la pelota.
Nimble hands you got there.
I should hope so. I'm a surgeon.
Think I prefer you using them this way.
Less blood?
More beauty.
There's a beauty to surgery, I assure you.
I know. Just out here, in this landscape, it does more for me than in an operating room. Remember to bring the sensor?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for. So I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Shall we?
Let's go.
Vamos.
The tome was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxury.
Qué bonito. A ver, está descuidado, pero es muy bonito. Esto es la cripta, ¿eh? Y al lado está una cascada. Y si no me equivoco, esto es una diminuta parte de la casa. Porque es que la casa... Voy a ampliar. Sí, no, y tan diminuta como que estamos... solo aquí y la casa es todo esto. Yo me lo he pasado. Y digo que es impresionante.
That looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
I like that idea.
Vámonos.
If there's any trouble, just yell.
Ok.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
Vale, aquí hay cosas para saquear. Se necesita una llave, vale. Pues vamos a saquear todo esto. Moneditas, perfecto. Vienen bien las monedas, la verdad. Más. Un sable de Ophir que no creo que sea mejor que el que tenga. No creo. Sable de acero, 353. Sable, el mío es 385 máximo. Vale, perfecto. Nada, pues no me lo pongo. Luego lo venderé ya.
Wraiths. Need this weapon. That stench.
Cuidado. Fuera.
Last of the surprises? Sure hope so. Should look around.
Muy bien. Pues tenemos un pasillo por este lado, ¿no? Que abarca de ahí a ahí. Esto parece un pasillo. Vamos a registrar.
Old tombstone. Inscription's almost worn off completely.
Muy bien. Monedas, monedas.
Kestatis? Not who I'm looking for.
Vámonos.
Eulalia von Everek. Died in 1250.
Nada. Sí, solo me importa coger las monedas de aquí, porque parece que hay mucho, la verdad. Y luego aquí... No, esto es la entrada, parece. No, a ver. La entrada es esto. Eso está claro, he bajado por aquí y tal. Y luego por aquí hay una salida. Una salida, no, una bajada, que ya veremos a dónde lleva. Ah, mira. Pues pillamos cosas. Jarrita de oro, coronas, setas, anillo. Perfecto, perfecto. Todo de oro. Muy bien. Y moneditas. Las setas ni las cojo. Total, ya no me hacen falta. Tengo todas las pociones al máximo. Un sable.
Probably shouldn't touch that.
Mola mucho el sable.
Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the
Vale,
ritual.
antes
Spread the
de
incense
hacer
throughout
nada,
the crypt, every
voy a...
room.
Ah, he derribado ya la pared. Había aquí una pared. Vale, pues ya la he derribado. Llave, vale, vamos. Muy bien, pillamos todo. Florines. Y monedas. Vale. Y esto parecen telarañas. Vale, aquí vamos a ver arañas sí o sí. Eso lo tengo claro. Vale, bueno, me dan cosas para vender, eso está bien. Voy a ver un segundo que se escuche en mi directo. Y cuando mire que se escuche, pues sigo. Vale, perfecto. Vamos para allá. Correas de cuero. Sí, a ver, todo lo que me dan. Bueno, me ha caído del techo, Me ha caído del techo la arañita. Vale, saqueamos todo. Tampoco quiero cargarme a llevar cosas. Esa coraza es muy pesada la que me han dado, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Y ahora ya no sé dónde me lleva este camino. Ah, la sala esta. Vale. Claro, y la abrimos desde dentro. Con la llave del cadáver. Buah, sabía dinero aquí. Ahora recogemos todo esto. Todas las setas que hay. Más coronas, joder, más setas. Vale. Pantalones bombachos de Ophir. Que serán peores que los que pertenecen a la armadura de Ophir. Los dos que te dan son peores. Por eso los venderé. Y anillo. Vámonos de aquí. Y tengo que esparcir incienso.
Life and death, fire and blood.
Creo que
Arise
tenía
from
que
the
esparcir
dust,
incienso por aquí.
whose blood I have brought. Return and walk midst the living, ye who have departed. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Vale, por esta sala también.
Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Vale. Yo creo que ya está.
Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire.
Vale, encendemos el fuego. Y supuestamente tiene que aparecer Vladimir, el hermano de Olgir.
Fire and blood,
Supuestamente.
life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought. Fire and blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everec.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Everic's rise only for von Everec blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
Given me no choice.
Ah, que pelean contra mí.
Kill him, von Everec.
Vale, no se la sé. Joder, cómo pegan los fantasmas, ¿no? Ya está.
My. Ornery whoresons those von Evericks, eh?
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Everec, brother to Olgierd.
Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Vale.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And grandmum, too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is. Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swining corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Viene aquí gente a
Get a
menudo.
lot of visitors.
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the
Y los
whole
mata.
band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We von Evericks have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly. Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Vale, me envía aquí tu hermano.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Bueno, vamos a hacer primero estos diálogos, ¿no? Los opcionales.
Listen, feels like I should know Olgierd better. Tell me something about him.
Oh, a fantastic chap. A true cavalier. You won't find another like him in all Redania. The best there is for a drink or a brawl. We were pups when we started riding out on raids. Wet behind the ears. Borderland villagers shat their trousers at the very sound of the word Olgierd. I was his second in command, leading a band of rogues who'd ride through fire for us.
Sound like common bandits. Any difference?
Us? Bandits? Watch your words. True, some of our swordsmen were mindless brawlers, but not Olgierd. Always curious, took an interest in all things. He devoured books, adored paintings, and loved the most beautiful maid in the world.
Eso, Olgierd. Se enamoró de la mujer más hermosa del mundo.
Don't mean to pry, but just a little curious how you died.
Ah! No need to be shy. Folk love such stories. I'd love this one too, were it not to end with my death.
So how'd it happen?
On raids, it was our custom to storm the alderman's hut, and then order the local clods to bring us kegs of spirit. And provide willing wenches to squeeze and churn about. Then, sadly, an ambush. Outmanned 5 to 1, we were overwhelmed. They killed me, crushed my skull like an eggshell between an upturned oak table and the stone floor.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
Ah, no puede.
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides,
Claro.
body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way.
Con una hechicera sí que podría, pero su cuerpo estaría mal. Estaría descompuesto. Deja de quejarte y vámonos, va.
Come on, we're wasting time.
I'm not to waste time. Sir, time is all I've left.
You this big a pain in the ass when you were alive, too?
Do not anger me, boy. If I've but one night, I want to revel properly, not watch others enjoy themselves.
So what do you propose?
I've an idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Le ha poseído.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Ahí está Geralt, todo desmayado.
Death was a small
Habla
price to pay
habla
to lie
Vladimir.
on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes.
No.
As soon as as I laid eyes on you. Promise to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt? What's happened to you?
Geralt? I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Lo siento, Shani.
Shani, that wasn't me.
So who was it?
Me?
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Sorry, wasn't talking to you.
Who to then?
Well, to him, to Vladimir.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Reglas básicas.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life. Which is exactly what I aim to do.
Este va a ir a saco, Este va a ir a saco.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
But what if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid!
Right then, Sugar Plum. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
Geralt es un muermo. No cambies de tema, querida. A ver,
Don't change the subject, my sweet. If a grove's not to your liking, we can cut straight to the chase and make for the nearest haystack.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. You see, I've a friend who's getting married. She invited me to the wedding, but I need an escort. I had hoped that when Geralt saw me weaving the garland for the wedding, he'd invite me, but, well, I hoped wrong.
All is not lost, Pudding. I shall escort you.
Me encanta cómo habla.
Than Vladimir von Everec.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
Muy bien, pues se va. Vale, vamos a asistir a una boda.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost.
A ver, no lo somos.
Are you her paramour?
Le puede gustar a Geralt, pero no lo somos.
For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the haylofts we shall devastate together.
Siempre hemos sido amigos.
We're just friends, always have been.
Never professed your love? No heartfelt admissions, confessions?
Never anything between us.
You mean to say you never gripped those gorgeous,
Ooh. Never cherished those beautiful day. Stunning. So,
Joder.
soft in the head or the loins?
Excuse me?
Ah, a pederast. Fine, if it's not your flavor, you needn't taste. All the better for me. I'll see she's properly satisfied. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
Muy bien, pues vamos para la boda. Mola mucho. Mola mucho. Y esta misión tiene pinta de ser muy larga también. Vale, salimos de aquí.
Keep your paws
This
off
whole
her.
Witcher's life. Those signs. I'd like to try one.
What signs?
Your Witcher signs. Never done it. Could be interesting.
Rather not waste any time.
Till the stroke of midnight. What I would rather.
Madre mía, saber qué va a hacer este. Vale. Vamos para allá.
Bloody fine mount. Good stance, powerful rub.
Stable withers. Well, well.
See you know your horses.
I should say so. My two greatest
Los
passions in
caballos y
life,
las mujeres, sus dos
Mares and
pasiones.
maidens.
Spooking my horse. Roach doesn't like ghosts.
Vamos para allá.
I remember that mill. Whenever Olgerd and I got up to mischief, we'd hide out in there. Once, we snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us. Ah, those were the days.
Vale, vamos para allá. Creo que es aquí, ¿no? Donde hay que ir. Vale, es un sitio muy bonito, que por aquí también he pasado durante el DLC. Este sitio.
No sign of her yet. We need to wait.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, hold. Mean to go in, wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
Buena idea.
All in all, why not?
Ah, that's the spirit.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully.
A ver. ¿Qué ha pillado de ropa? Pues me mola mucho. A ver, me mola muchísimo.
Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made.
Muy chula.
Now, for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
¿Se va a afeitar también?
And we must be neat.
Wow, mola mucho. Ahí está.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
Be assured, you'll like me even better when you come to know me more intimately.
How intimately?
Enough to get a sense of my assets, my dear. Trust me, they're nothing to scoff at.
May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
Oh, Geralt. Vaya.
What, for example?
It would do you good to be more relaxed sometimes.
Relaxed? So you think I'm uptight?
What I mean is, it would be nice from time to time if you could sit back and enjoy life, instead of going around solving everyone's problems.
But what does... I don't understand.
Of course you don't. You're as dense as year-old hardtack. Luckily, you've got me.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this will be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight. That's our deal. Then there's the capping. Then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
This way, my strawberry.
Hostia. Este pueblo es muy bonito.
Hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear rhubarb. Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the muck must be big as a horse.
Thanks for your concern, but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
Buah, qué chulo, ¿no? Esta es... La aldea es esta. Ahora la enseño en el mapa. La aldea es... es una aldea cerrada, ¿no? Pues entras por aquí, tiene un par de casas, esta dentro, fuera hay varias, obviamente, y aquí tiene un mini laguito, ¿no? que está conectado a este grande, pero hay un muro que lo separa y solo se puede acceder por abajo. El mini laguito debe ser... ese. Bueno, vamos con Sunny.
Time to say hello.
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you, from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn. My dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt. a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid...
Joder, qué diálogos, tío. ¿Por qué has escogido este tío?
Extraordinary beauty, my dear.
Why?
A ver.
Thank you.
You had your pick of gents, I'm sure.
Where is this going?
I'm attempting to discern why she chose you, Jonas.
Mean you don't approve of my wife's choice?
I've no skin in this game. I ask out of pure curiosity.
Well, rein it in, or I shall have to explain my wife's choice to you hands-on. Out of pure pleasure.
Why so testy, friend? Have I insulted you? Merely told your wife she was a beautiful woman, yet here I'm threatened instead of getting thanks. Have some manners.
Geralt, that's enough. She simply fell in love, that's that. Jonas, I'm sure my friend meant no offense.
La novia viene con buena dote. A ver.
Aldona seems a curious choice for a bride. Did she come with a hefty dowry?
I assure you, Witcher, my choice had naught to do with coin.
Jonas' family is far better off than mine. They're a textile manufacturer.
It took a lot of convincing to get Mother to agree to our, as some would have it, mesalliance.
Oh, you never told me. Whatever happened to fortune is of no import to me and my family.
It isn't. Jonas told me the same. That your background doesn't bother him.
Never does. Not at love's first blossoming. But give it time. 5 years and you'll find few things that don't bother you.
I'm beginning to find what you say bothers him. I don't know where you're from, but in these parts it is rude to insult newlyweds at a wedding.
Insult? I'm merely warning you. Know a thing or two about life, you see.
Geralt and his jests. He has a strange sense of humor.
Very strange, I'd say.
¿Cómo conociste a Shani?
Tell me, Aldona, how is it you and my dear Shani know each other?
We met in Oxenfurt. Both studied medicine at the academy.
Wondrous times.
Over quickly in my case, alas. My family couldn't afford to keep me there. I was forced to return home after 1 year.
It's never too late to pursue an education, my dear. Your husband is certain to help you complete your studies, provide the necessary coin.
I don't know. We've not talked about it.
Come, Jonas, surely you've not taken Aldona as a mere diversion for the alcove. You will help her, will you not?
That is between me and her. You needn't butt in.
But I'm not. I merely ask. See, I've come to love your wife like a sister. So I ask you as your brother-in-law, will you help her?
I'm sure we'll discuss the matter.
That's my lad. You're a right decent chap. I knew it from the start.
Hostia. Que empiece la fiesta.
Shed the fat enough. Time's a-wasting.
Are you, expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
Vale. Participa en las actividades de la boda hasta medianoche. O sea, que hay un montón de cosas por hacer por aquí. Mola mucho. Vale, vamos a hacer primero... Aquí hay algo que está... Aquí hay una. Vamos a hacerla, va. Una actividad.
Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned king of the swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady, maybe.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
Cuéntame más. Va, venga, participamos en esta actividad.
King of the swineherds, eh? What's this king get exactly? The king's ransom, I would hope.
No coin,
honors the prize. King gets a crown of laurels he pins to his saddle, rides about with pride that he's king of the swineherds.
You mentioned some trifles for the lasses. Are they worthwhile at least?
For certain! Lovely, every last one. Pretty as a painting. Win and see for yourself.
Venga, vamos a participar en esta actividad.
Like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honored. Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give it a run.
Vale, hay que meter a los cerdos dentro, persiguiéndoles, supongo. No es fácil, ¿eh? O sea, no es nada fácil. Ahora se verá por qué. A ver, los tengo que meter ahí.
Shame there's no painter here. It's a moment worth immortalizing for posterity.
Watch my movement, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox.
No sé,
imbeciles how one chases a porker.
Vale. Para adentro. Yo creo que ya está. He metido a uno. Vale, uno para adentro y el otro. Es que se me va. Ah, ya ves, puedo usar una señal. Axia. Vale, ven para acá, bonito. Para acá, ya ves. Buena idea, Vladimir. Ay, espérate. Que no se mete. No se mete. Espérate que he fallado, le he tirado la señal a otro gorrino. Uf. Para adentro. No retrocedas, no me lo puedo creer. Tira para adentro. Es que es muy difícil porque no sigue. A ver, voy a andar. Nada, tío, es que no entra. Ahora. No, tío, no entra. Lo tengo que meter en el que está vacío, ¿no? Tiranda. ¡Ale! Y me ha cambiado... A ver. Me ha cambiado lo de la vida. Ahora tengo un escudo, un linaje. En vez de tener el lobo. Nada, tío, este cerdo es horrible. Tiranda, tira. Madre mía, qué supliciante, Dios. ¡Buah! Tengo que hacer que se meta. Es que no se mete, no me hace caso. ¡Ah! ¿Si silbo? Ahora. Uf, por fin. Ya está. Vale. Supliciante.
Learned a lesson from your better? Are the pigs penned? Indeed they are.
Whoa, Master Witcher. What were the trickery back there, the fancy finger twisting?
I know. Seen that afore. Witcher told a lad to go hang himself, drew some flowers in the air with his hand.
Vaya, me han pillado haciendo trampa.
Meaning you cheated and shan't be crowned king of the swineherds.
Shawnee, what is it Geralt says in these situations? Damn it.
Yes, that's it.
Damn it. Now for what I say. Go shove rakes up your asses, you peasant curs. Do I look anything like a swineherd? Come, Shawnee. I've had enough of these hayseeds.
Le han pillado haciendo
Forgive me,
trampas.
Shawnee. I've let you down.
Are you worried about that pig? Oh, you needn't be.
We're here as a couple. I wanted to win you that thing.
Really, it's unimportant. Nothing at all.
Tell me, Shawnee, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl, that's clear. I woo and woo, yet you do not succumb. So I can't help but wonder, what am I doing wrong?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everek does his thing.
Vamos para allá.
Now, who have we here?
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shawnee. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine, if stay out of your way.
Está sin duda.
Terribly, my sweet.
What?
When you fell from the heavens.
Why, sir?
Shh, my dear. No more words. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? But really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
Ay, se va con ella.
Step away from the man.
Ah, no.
The devils are you.
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our down his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Una peleita. Bueno, no, es que no quiero pelearme. Me renta mucho pelearme, pero tampoco es plan de ponerme a pegar. Bueno, no sé qué hacer. Vamos a pelear.
Lads, mutants calling us names.
Stand down, swineherds, or Lord Witcher will give you a bloody mighty drubbing.
No.
Where's a plowing fence board when you need it?
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
Madre mía, el Vladimir. Fua, está todo rayado. Buah, esto es una locura, esta misión. Mira, y estoy peleando con el escudo de Vladimir. Vale. Una pelea con tablas de madera. Y con los cerdos en medio. Qué guapo. Vale. Queda este.
Never in my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up. Who else wants a shave?
Vale, los tengo un toque a los dos.
Creamed me. Embarrassing to take a licking from a boor. And with a maiden watching.
¿Lo he matado? Sí, ¿no?
Had enough, lordling.
¿No?
That'll teach you to woo and dupe decent maids.
He perdido, lo tenía un toque.
Nesky, let's go.
Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Don't. You must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine. I shall try.
Vale, va.
Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess. You do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods... quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
Estoy desentrenado. Puedo demostrártelo si quieres. Vale, voy a decir sí.
My dear girl, what don't I have up my sleeve? I'd gladly demonstrate.
Detrás del granero.
I think you've demonstrated enough. Let's just enjoy ourselves, all right? You don't have all that much time left.
Your wish is my command, milady. I'd never deny a maid so fair-featured. Off we go.
Vamos, va. Aún hay un montón de cosas por hacer, si no me equivoco. Pero un montón, ¿eh? De tareas y de todo. Vale, tenemos varias ahí. Tenemos una ahí. No, tenemos varias. Vamos a hacer...
Found yourself a perch from which to survey passing bows?
What do you mean? My back aches from pounding the churn, so I'm having a...
And they said fire burns hotter in an old stove.
If I was your age, you'd be singing a different tune. Have you squealing like a kitty cat?
Vale.
So if he arrived, why is he not here now?
The bloody dog chased him away.
Vale, hay otra actividad. Vamos a hacer esta misma por ir variando, por no hacer todas las de un lado.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her. Wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, woo scoop, sizzle sizzle.
Oh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear. Diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
That'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers. But we'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers has gone as last Yule's pudding.
Groom's hound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
Cuéntame todo lo que sepas.
Before I can begin my witcherly investigation,
Brujesca.
Require guidance, clues. Tell me all you know. Everything.
Well, the fire eater arrived around noon. Ate his fill of food, not fire.
They went for a stroll to air some gases, he said. That horrid demon saw him and started barking like a thing possessed.
Why so?
Haven't a clue. Didn't like the man, sensed something awry. Perhaps that the man swallowed fire. Animals fear fire.
If I feared, it would have fled, not given chase.
Damn fool dog. How can you know? But it snapped its chain and chased the fire eater into the woods.
Foolish or not, it's our son-in-law's beloved pet. There'll be hell to pay if it goes missing.
Lo encontraré, vale.
Needn't worry. The Witcher.
Vamos.
I will find this swallower of heated things.
Mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
Matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Eso espero yo también, ¿no?
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a witcher, brother.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani, Vladimir and I need to find the fire eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho, adventure.
Me encantan los diálogos de Vladimir. Usa tus sentidos de brujo para encontrar al perro. Muy bien, la casa es esta.
The dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Judging by its house, Demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks. A bone, so I shall follow these. I've only ever seen two like this. One in an anthill, the other when I caught a hen after not eating for a week. Its bowl is chipped. Tried to devour its bowl along with its supper. Daft mutt. The hound tore its chain off the wall. Underfed it seems, or else the ash liquor really boiled the mutt's blood.
Vale, vamos a seguir al perro.
Following some dog's trail? Not exactly how I imagined this wedding. Think I'll wait here.
Wonderful, my juicy pear. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now.
Nos metemos en el bosque.
How goes the search?
No discoveries of note as yet, but I shan't give up. This witcher work suits me swimmingly. A broken branch, as if one too heavy scamper up this tree. Seems our fire eater swallows a great deal more than fire. Or
Ahí lo tenemos.
someone was merely gathering kindling. Ah, there is joy in this ferreting. A spark spitter's cap if ever I've seen one. As gesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. Two conclusions then. Our magician is fat, and a coward.
A ver, está ahí, ¿no? Sí, está ahí. Nada, pues bajamos por aquí y está ahí. Vale.
Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Ahuyentar al perro.
Don't know how to handle yappy little dogs?
I'd chase it off with a stick, but that strikes me as unwitcherly.
Effective, though. Job done. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
Ale, para adentro.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
Your cap, sir. Lost it running from that pup like a gutless coward.
Ah, my dearest cap. Always brought me good luck it has. I'll wear it for every
¿Y
performance.
este va a actuar? Joder.
You're a man whose trade is literally to play with fire. How can you fear a tiny runt of a dog?
Was a monster! A demon!
So you said. You're a stoneless coward, sir. That's that.
Oh, beg your pardon. I'm not a coward. I'm cautious. Know what become of a fire eater who paid no heed to caution?
I suppose he might singe his tongue.
Guessed it. Settles that misunderstanding.
A ver, ¿qué
You
pasa
can
si le
forget
digo esto?
about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp. Can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
A ver, que me diga el truco.
This may be my only chance to ask. Your fire-guzzling trickery. How does it work?
Oh, they'd toss me out the guild if I told. Except if I took you on as an apprentice. In half a year's time, you'd learn.
I haven't half a year. Come, just between you and me. We've drunk together. We're practically brothers.
Drag it all yourself. You're no brother of mine.
You dare toy with me this way? Very well. Refuse to tell me, and I shall leave you here as a morsel for any passing
Y los cervatillos
boars, bears,
sedientos
or
de
bloodthirsty
sangre.
fawns. So choose wisely.
This here's assault. He's suppressing the arts.
Out with it.
I got the spitfire. Do what I please. It don't burn nothing.
Is that all? Where's the art in it? Any dribbling imbecile can smear his throat with a protective slurry.
I've had just about enough of this. First they release the hounds, then come and steal my meat, and now insults. I'm done here. Goodbye.
Didn't mean to offend the bloody charlatan. Do something.
Le voy a pagar.
Listen, I'll give you some more coin and you'll go back to the wedding.
Are you daft? This extortionist's already got his due.
Take it or leave it.
Right. Convincing.
Honourless prick. Olgierd had it right. All artists are whores.
Los artistas son iguales que las putas. Joder, el Olgierd.
I'm coming.
To the wedding, then. Perhaps I'll find some more interesting diversions there.
Vámonos para allá otra vez.
Keep calm. Stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods. Yikes! Bear!
Bear? That? As much as your cock's a 10.
Tu polla la barra de una tienda de campaña. Es que es brutal. Estamos al jabalí que está congelado. Vale.
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master... believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound.
A ver si llegamos ya al puto pueblo, que quiero seguir haciendo las misiones esas, que están chulas.
The missing fire blower is missing no
Mira,
more.
ya está.
It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
And Demon? What's with him?
Haven't a clue. He chased the fire eater up a tree, so I chased him off. Assumed he'd wandered home.
He hasn't. No one's seen hide nor hair of him.
Then he's a shite poor excuse for a dog.
Aye, true. Never did like the little flea bag.
Poco se quede por ahí fuera. Vale.
Please. I invite all to witness a spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire!
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive.
Pues no ha hecho nada. A ver, ahora. Uy, la Shani, qué peligro. No he hecho nada y le han pagado 500 monedas más las 50 mías. O sea, 550 por no hacer nada.
Kind of tune. Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down. Faster till we expire.
And now, a special treat for our special guests. The Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Charlie.
Bueno,
Musician,
este es Odin.
something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for our loving embrace. Come, Shani. It's time you discovered my romantic side.
Oh, you're rather good at this.
They say dance is a mere
Por ejemplo.
foretaste of more intimate interaction.
Who says this?
I do, for one.
I do wonder what you mean by intimate interaction.
Oh, it's a fascinating process. One who, as a scholar and medic, might find especially interesting. I'd gladly explain it in detail, but it's horribly loud in here. See the ladder? Leads to a loft. Surely there we'd not be disturbed while investigating the nature of intimate interaction.
A ver qué dice.
Seems the music in the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
Not sure I do.
Qué mofao.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you shall keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Por ejemplo.
Yes, yes, but admit it. It was fantastic, eh?
Is there anything you do that's not fantastic?
The ladies loved my kisses, not to mention the other tricks I perform with my lips.
Yes. We'd best not mention those. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's a drip.
Please.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Yo nunca te habría forzado.
Well, I probably wouldn't have forced myself on you.
Forced myself? It was an innocent kiss, not more.
I don't know if I should thank you or if that should make me angry.
But don't get me wrong. I've thought about doing just that a few times, but...
But what?
But I'm not going to talk about it with him here. We can discuss it once he's gone.
I'll hold you to that.
Whoa! Hold there, mate! You said you weren't interested back in the crypt. Now suddenly, after I beat the cream all night, you swoop in to dip your berry! And aim to delight in it without me present?
Shut up.
What's going on now?
Nothing. Never mind. Happened to see the man who announced your song?
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I was surprised. Who is he?
Contro Dim, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped in on a whim.
Promise you this much. He never does anything simply. And certainly not on a whim.
I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Better. Come, Shani. The night beckons us not to jabber it away.
A ver, ¿podemos manejar? Sí.
The night is young. Come, let's do something wild.
Vale, tenemos dos actividades.
Done. Fire eater found. His ass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a witcher, for damn certain.
Vamos a hacer, yo qué sé, esta de aquí. Otra actividad, que acá había otra. A ver qué pasa. Jugando al Wind, me gusta. Me gusta. Por supuesto.
You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insults.
Lo siento.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true, you wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Joder.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
Como no me tocaba... Bueno, como no jugaba al Wind en la primera vez que lo jugué, sí que me tocó ponérmelas, pero ahora yo creo que les voy a ganar. No tengo malas cartas ni nada, ¿no? Vale. ¿No? Al lío. Vamos. Reinos del Norte contra Reinos del Norte. Un espía me vendría bien. La putada, esto se va a liar si él me tira espías. No hay más. Hay que ver lo que hace y tal. Vale, vamos a ver qué habilidad tiene él. No. No lo pone, no sé qué habilidad tiene. Pues nada. ¿Esta? No me hace gracia. Vale, te tiro la artillería. Y a ver lo que hace el Tris. Replico lo mismo. Yo creo que aparte, yo creo que le puedo ganar de una. Creo, o sea, me lo puedo destrozar a la primera. Tengo el Gerald y Siri, que en 2 cartas son 30. Eso es mucho. Muy bien. 29. Anatales. Vamos a duplicar la fuerza de asedio. Muy bien, me la duplica. Vale, está bien. Qué mamón. Vale, pues vamos a remontar rápido. Le tiro a Cirila mismo y ya está. Voy a... No sé si jugármela, ¿eh? No, voy a tirar a Thyssen. Voy a asegurarlo primero. No creo, con esto no creo que me pueda igualar fácilmente. Tiro a Thyssen. Es que eso es lo malo de tener tantos... De que el otro tenga espías. Eso es lo peor, sin duda. Pues no. Tocará esperar a ver lo que hace. Tiene 5 cartas. Me va a remontar, creo yo, ¿no? Y me remontó. Pues espérate que a lo mejor pierdo, ¿eh? Y no soy de perder al Wind. Espérate que a lo mejor palmo. Y tiene toda la pinta de que voy a palmar. Como no me toca algo bueno ya. Y no me ha tocado nada bueno. No tiene sentido. Pero bueno, mejor para mí. Tengo que tirar a Geralt, si no pierdo. Pues no tiene buena pinta para nada la partida, ¿eh? Para nada. Y me la he jugado no usando el señuelo. Podría haberlo usado y tener más opciones. Me la he jugado, ya veremos. 11 cartas de fuerza no es suficiente. Me ha ganado, me ha ganado. Me voy a tener que poner las orejas esas, ¿en serio? ¿En serio? No me lo puedo creer que me haya perdido esta partida del Wind. No me sale nada, ¿eh? He perdido en los palos contra los campesinos. Me han ganado al Wind. Vaya telita. Vaya telita, no me lo puedo creer. Que me hayan ganado al Wind.
Hand over the wager. Everything.
Perhaps we could reach an arrangement.
No weaseling out of this. Hand over the coin.
What do we do now?
Feel good losing somebody else's coin?
I meant to win, give you the coin. I've no need for it in the grave.
But you lost, so now I've got to pay up.
I say, he talking to himself. Roaring drunk already, that's it.
We can't fleece a drunk. Have him don the cap and we'll call it even.
Just a minute. Bloke needs a lesson. I say he dons the cap and gives us 5% of the coin he has.
Hear that? Agreed. 5% is yours, and I shall wear the cap. Never fear. A man must do what a man must do, and Vladimir von Everex a man among men.
Hear that? So sloshed he thinks he's Vladimir von Everek.
Rogue's long dead, by my reckoning.
Exactly.
Those ears. You look,
Por perder.
Time to drink. We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
To the Witcher and his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Muy bien. Aún hay más actividades. Tenemos aquí una, en el lago otra.
Quite the lark, this Gwent. Onward to the next diversion.
Vale, vamos aquí. Es que había una prueba, si no me equivoco. Sí.
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot.
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bed. 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie. I did. Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this then?
They're playing slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. The man's got to dive in and fish it out.
Look, mutations don't just turn them barren as a mule, they give them an ass's ears to boot. Must have some other horse part hidden in his trousers.
¿Qué gano si recupero?
Once I retrieve it.
Well, your maid'll be pleased as punch. Or it means you're a gallant beau. And awful handy.
Is that all? No prize? Not even a kiss?
That depends on the miss in question. If she wants to give you a kiss, she will. But she ain't obliged.
Quiero unirme. Va, venga, me pinta mucho.
Oh my.
Oh, there's more to come.
No. Ah, no, no, no. Vale, lleva... A ver.
Game. Shani,
ahí
your
está.
slipper.
Los pantaloncitos blancos.
I dive to any depth for you.
Vamos allá. Sí, esta es la charca que yo decía.
Observe, Shani.
My eyes are blue.
No, me quería tirar de cabeza. ¿He perdido?
Did you find my shoe? If not, I think you should come back and look for it. In the lake. Oh, never expected silt could conquer a man like you.
Alas, I couldn't raise it up. For the first time in my life, I swear, Shani.
Devastating for you. I'm sure.
No, no, no.
I'm left without a shoe.
Never fear, I shall retrieve it, or drown trying.
Puedo volver a tirarme, ¿no? Vale, puedo volver a tirarme. Y dale. Pues nada, no puedo tirarme de cabeza. Vale, vamos a bucear un poco. Mira, ahí tenemos un zapato. Aquí tenemos otro. Este está lleno de zapatos. Y el de Shani debe ser este. Yo creo que ya está, ¿eh? No creo que haya... A ver, voy a mirar un poco más. No, sí, ya está, ya está. Vale, Shani, yo creo que ya está. He pescado 3. Uno de ellos tiene que ser. Y no he encontrado nada más.
Damn mucky that pond. Sank in up to my armpits.
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes overtossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Don't be jealous, Shani. That was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is, on.
Thank you.
Vale, ya está.
Nothing like a good swim. Now we must do something else. Something wild.
A ver, tenemos una actividad dentro. Uy, una esmeralda. Bueno. A ver, creo que... No, no era aquí. Era...
Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. Fuzzy and well ripe.
That's enough. Get going. You're drunk and randy. Nothing good's ever come of that mix.
No, qué bueno. Vale, aquí tenemos... Ahí, me parece bien. Uy, ¿esto qué es?
I never say no to a lady. To your fair beauty. And to yours, Shani, naturally.
Your elfin happiness. Fortune smile upon you, white wolf.
Esta actividad ya está hecha, ¿no? Sí, no deben quedar muchas. Quedan dentro del granero, quedan varias. Mira, aquí hay una.
Don't let me stop you.
Está bailando. La otra debe estar flipando. Bueno, basta ya de bailar. Pero si no se ha movido, si la Shani estaba quieta.
Look there, Shani. The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
Then let us go.
But how so? Just like that?
There aren't that many ways to scale a ladder.
What's that you want? I'm Ruffy, we'll interrupt. Hide the wenches, witches coming!
So if hate, crackers. Radovit took the order of the Flaming Rose, punched it up the trades.
What do you want, girl?
¿Qué tenemos aquí? sentarse.
Come now.
Just like that.
I'm all ears. What would you have us talk about? I'm sorry, converse.
Well, when it comes right down to it,
Yes?
you see, the thing is...
Come now, spit it out. Yes, just as I thought. Come, it's time we return.
No puedes, Vladimir. Te está costando, ¿eh?
What's just as you thought? I find you intimidating.
Loudly lowing cows only ever give away the milk.
I've only ever dealt with simple maids, whereas you're a surgeon.
Tenemos aquí algo.
I was right not to just... Well, I was right to take the more romantic approach.
Oh, all right. Now come, we were to enjoy ourselves. Let's do just that. The capping starts at midnight. Until then, enjoy.
Vale, vamos a ver porque hemos pillado una carta del Wind. Una que se llama Vaca. ¿Qué es esto? ¡Hola! 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 Para mí. Ya me la pondré en el mazo. No, de hecho me la voy a poner en todos los mazos. La tengo con Escollatil. Esto. Con Nilfgaard también. A Odín. A la vaca. No, a este no. Y en monstruos, pues igual. A Odín. Y a la vaca. Mola. Bastante. Vamos para allá. Porque aquí no hay nada que hacer, así que bajamos. Y me queda una última actividad, que es aquí. Ah, que puedo beber aún más.
Sir Dwarves. May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never
Buah.
cool. May they sire many a
Otro.
and reap God's kind. Cowards all fled across the Pontar instead of defending their fatherland.
Yo creo que he participado ya en todas, ¿no? Creo. O sea, a ver, voy a ver si me queda alguna. Porque no veo bien Bueno, no veo bien el minimapa y tal. No, solo me queda hablar con el señor Espejo. A ver, porque ya no me quedan. Quiero haberlas acabado todas. No me quedan. Pues nada, vamos aquí a hablar con el señor Espejo y Vale, a ver qué pasa. No sé, me cae peor que Odín.
Gingerbread's now but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time, you touch it, that you sniff it, stroke it even. Time. Time is the key. Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself. Gaunter O'Dick. My, what a lovely dress. The color suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
Wait, you can see me? That is, me, Vladimir von Everec?
Of course. Why ever wouldn't I?
Because I'm in Geralt's body, the Witcher's, and...
Just who would I be if the true nature of things remained hidden? Someone like you. Meaning, no one.
I wouldn't want to get blood on my damsel's dress.
Zurraré, yo le zurraría, la verdad, no tengo ningún
You
problema.
shan't touch me. I know you'd very much like to act like your brother in this situation, demonstrate how manly you are, but let's be honest, nothing will come of it. You're simply not him, no matter how much you wish you were.
I came here to revel, enjoy myself, not to discuss my brother.
That's good. Olgierd probably wouldn't want me to talk to you about him.
Olgierd was my brother and my friend. Never have there been more loyal comrades than us.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it. I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me. Cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5. Took them on all at once. Alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave. Often. Pours a drink for me. Gets soused himself. And talks of the old times. He cannot see me. But I hear his every word.
No me cae mal Olgierd. Cada vez me va cayendo mejor.
Perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Shani, I'm sorry,
It's all right. That was... Oh, forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
Lies, no word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Let it go. I believe it. Now grab him up. Time to open it.
A ver. Pues ya está, ¿no? Ceremonia del gorro de oro. Pero no me voy contento. Me han apaleado, he perdido el wind.
As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the cabin.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone.
Pues nada.
Ladies and gentlemen, this night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
Voy a pronunciar un discurso. Va, venga.
No need? Why, there's every need. Till now, I'd always considered peasant jollities unworthy of a gentleman. For tell me, who among you would rub shoulders with swineherds if born a noble? I delighted in the beauty of buxom farm wenches, of course, and indeed still do. Given more time, I'd prove this to each and every maiden here. Farmhands are a different story. Never took any note of them. Had 1 or 2 groom my mounts. They did this well, but were never worthy of conversation. Nay, not even if you paid me.
¿A dónde quiere llegar?
For one must live by certain principles. Am I right? But this day has changed all. Beneath the muck and dung, a peasant is a man. I understand this, thanks to you. You've still shite all to talk about, but I don't mind anymore. For this, I thank you, and say, you are well loved.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, yes, you are. All the maids join in the capping.
You're a maid too, Shawnee.
The midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple, then give them a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely bear with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We don't sing to be unkind. We sing so we can empty yet another shrine. Christ will hold eternal, bride will rest beware, or she'll make you a couple in the coming year. What's the groom a thing? On his plow. Must be said
Garland, garland, garland.
cow. You get the cow, got the bull, the calf, the hay. So drink and be
As our tradition holds, whoever caught the garland shall be next to wed.
Oh, uy. Bueno. Epa. No.
Necessary.
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Thanks. You're a good chap, Witcher. Dull's dirt, but good.
Bueno. Se van, ¿no?
A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance, their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone, their bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't. I'm not finished here.
It's past midnight. You can take off those lovely ears. Only if you want to, of course.
Lovely as they are, think I'll put them away for now.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light, a team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shawnee, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everett, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
Stop! I beg you! Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
¿Qué le has hecho?
What did you do to him?
Sent him back whence he came.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everett will bother you no more.
Y se pira. Me gustaría quedarme un rato más, lo voy a decir.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A witcher has to ply his trade, follow his path. As for me, well, perhaps I expected too much of this wedding. Got the wrong impression.
Not sure I understand.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
Qué pesado que es el tío.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
Me caes mal. Bastante mal. Vale, pues nada. Lee la entrada del personaje para ver que puede levantarle el ánimo. Muy bien. A ver, personajes... Casimir... Vale, mando un trofeito, está bien. El de completar todas las tareas. Shani. Pues no sé qué le puede gustar. Usa tus sentidos de brujo para encontrar algo que anime a Shani. No, definitivamente no. No. Dejar. No.
Maybe not. She might be a sad drunk.
Look at this one.
Vale, subimos. Examinar. Esto sí. Lo tercero ni lo voy a mirar. Pero esto sí, se lo llevo. Directamente es que ni lo voy a mirar. Coger, sí.
Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite romantic.
Dale el regalo a Shani. Ah, que lleva un ramo y todo. Qué chulo. Ahí está Shani desanimada.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Smile, Shani.
You remembered I liked the Rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
A ver, me tienes a mí es un poco hipócrita porque Gerald ha aparecido, bueno, muchos años después, ¿no? De que la conociera, por lo tanto, no sé, voy a decirle... Pero ¿sabe lo que pasa? Que si no digo me tienes a mí, puedo cagar lo que viene ahora, que es el romance. Por lo tanto, voy a decirlo porque quiero tener romance con Shani, pero, no sé.
You got me.
For how long? A day? 2? Don't get me wrong. It's nice, but you come and go. Yet I need someone who'll be
Buen
there
diálogo,
every night when I come home. After a day of bandaging wounds and sewing up guts.
Buen diálogo.
I need a good glass and a good laugh with someone who'll help me forget it all for a moment.
I get it. And yeah, could never be there for you every day. But I am happy to see you always. And today, I'm all yours.
Well, in that case, let's drink to tonight.
To tonight. May the moment last.
I'm afraid the drinks got into our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea.
Salen de él. Es muy bonito, la verdad, el pueblo ese.
Bueno,
pueblo, aldea. Ha estado bien, sí.
Not half bad.
Me ha encantado, de hecho.
Enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods, or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
That was background. What I remember most, the mood, the feelings, the people I met. And those I met for the second time in my life.
You're right. I was up to my elbows in work, but those were good times. They're nice memories.
For me too.
Qué bonito.
You needn't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent. But don't tell the old battle-axe. She'd be furious if she learned to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. But you can call me Dar.
Thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
Inadecuado,
What
ya
kind
ves.
of bows unfit?
So far, every kind.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
Sí,
Really?
claro.
Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
Ya ves, ¿dónde
If they
estará la
hadn't
hermana?
intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
Ese era Vladimir, no yo.
That was Vladimir, not me, remember?
But pretend for a moment it had been you, and the situation had been different. Say you're at the wedding, and that very girl keeps glancing, smiling at you. Then she finally walks up, and you know it's... What do you do?
Rechazarla, sin más. Hombre.
If Dandelion was around, and he usually is, I'd introduce her to him and walk off.
I don't believe that. You'd let the opportunity pass?
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Pues bien.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
So, how'd it compare?
Mejor con diferencia, ¿no?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Hombre. Eso no es suficiente para saciarme.
Promised you
Vale.
this night. Aim to keep my word. And I aim to be direct. Even more so than Vladimir.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting is what interesting does.
Mira, está con uno, la chavala. La de los 3 hermanos.
Rats. Pier's taken.
Got a feeling it's about to free up.
How did you know?
I'm clairvoyant.
Practically full.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Besides, we leave it here, a very drunk person could find it, drink themselves into even more trouble. And I swore a solemn oath. First of all, do no harm. Row me to the moon.
Gotta fly to get to the moon.
You're dead wrong. Look, it's right there, in the middle of the lake.
Vale, Johnny.
What one usually does on the moon.
Buah, me ha encantado esta misión, ¿eh? O sea, una pasada. Muy bien. Pues ya está. Qué bonito todo, de verdad. Qué pasada. Ahora el Gerald.
Awake already?
For a while now. Did you know you've gained 27 new scars since we last saw each other?
Keeping count?
Mm-hmm. I do that sometimes.
Did we make it to the moon?
Forgotten already?
No. Not the sort of thing you forget.
Exactly.
Sound like you wish you could.
No. I certainly won't forget that. And I definitely don't regret it.
Oh.
But I do need to sort it all out in my head. Alone.
Shawnee, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
Muy bien. Pues yo creo que aquí ha acabado la misión, ¿no? Muy chula, por cierto. Bien, pues tenemos que informar a Olgierd de que hemos hecho la tarea. Así que vamos a un puesto. No voy a pelear. Demasiados hay. Ese es el molino viejo, ese que se ve ahí. Este es el nuevo. Lo leí no sé dónde lo leí, si en los libros o en las descripciones de los postes. Pero sé que alrededor de este lago hay dos molinos. Vale, vamos a hablar con Olgierd y a decirle... no, y a entregarle la carta. Por si no nos cree, el hermano le ha escrito algo. No sé el qué, pero le ha escrito algo. No, así que vamos a hablar con él, a ver qué se cuenta y ya está. Pero llevamos mucho de directo. Esta misión, o sea, la anterior ya fue larga. Creo que fueron 2 horas y pico, pero es que esta va a ser aún más larga. Y quedará otra misión principal, una misión secundaria importante que voy a subir y la última misión, ¿no? Por lo tanto, ya está, eso. Pero de verdad ha estado muy chula. O sea, hasta las misiones en general de este DLC muy, muy chulas. Y me gusta la túnica esta. Vale, Vamos a hablar con Olgier, que estará en la posada, digo yo. Ahí está. Vamos a contarle eso.
I'm all ears, Witcher.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? If possible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say?
Olgier se va a hablar conmigo y a contarme cosas a otro cuarto, como ya pasó con la misión pasada.
Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Vladimir's hand is unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher.
No me cae mal este tío. No me cae mal. Y ya conforme vayamos progresando en el DLC, pues ya veremos. Iré subiendo todo. Háblame de la tercera tarea.
Third wish. Time you stated it.
A moment, Geralt. I must say to something. Then we'll chat. You there. Yank the herring out the barrel.
Come on, none of this dallying.
Now, ready to listen? Or do you still not give two shites about what I've got to say?
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Good. You'll return to your lord and tell him as follows. His demand was brazen. Hurt me to the core. For I was brought up to respect the sacred law of hospitality. And I shall not bend to an uncouth boor's dictum. Understood? I will pay him a visit shortly to test his willingness to adapt. So you ride off and announce me. And don't spare your horse. Got it?
Aye, got it.
Give this man a mount and leave him go. Come, Witcher. We must talk outside.
Vamos.
The Aetheri believe one should only discuss important matters out of doors, with the gods as witnesses.
Voy a decirle esto.
Must have made quite a few enemies along the way. Maybe not today and not tomorrow, but someday someone will find a way to take you down.
And that should trouble me why? I feel no fear, no regret. The wise men of Oxenford claim there are no gods. After death, there is only the void. I've known this void already. Death holds no surprises.
¿Por qué tenías ese hombre? Que lo cuente.
What was that about?
On the way here, we stopped for nourishment at a tavern belonging to one Lord Dauntless. We enjoyed ourselves as one does at an inn, raucously. Our antics were not to the liking of this Dauntless. Sent a man to warn us that if we were ever to return, we would hang.
You burned the inn down?
I left ample compensation with the innkeep. But it seems the rapscallion neglected to mention this to his lord. But that's of little import. What matters is someone called me a horsey and threatened to kill me. It was one of those threats that sound like an invitation. I intend to accept it. Return to those parts.
Hablemos de la tercera tarea.
Fulfilled two of your wishes. Time I learned the third.
Confident, aren't you? Proud, sure of your strengths. Fearless.
Third task, if you don't mind.
Mutations. They stripped you of emotion. Tell me, have you ever loved? I mean, true.
Hombre, pues sí, ¿no? Claro. Sí. Hostia, las opciones de diálogo son brutales, ¿eh? El sí y el típico no, ¿vale? Luego, tu tercer deseo, ya. Y luego, por último, no te importa un carajo. Voy a decirle que sí, he amado a alguien.
Yeah, I've loved. Can we get to the matter at hand?
Perhaps instead we ought to sit down inside. Have a good chat over some fiery water.
Cuando está
We'll
acabe.
drink once the job's done.
Afraid that's impossible. Succeed and that's the end of me. Fail and you'll not be back.
Third wish. Still waiting to hear it.
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine. Listen well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that blue. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it. I ride now to visit this Dauntless, but one of my men will remain here. He'll know how to find.
En caso de que tengas éxito será mi final. En caso de que no lo tengas, el tuyo.
At least you can tell me where your wife is.
In my old manor, east of Martin Foy's farmstead. I'd wish you Godspeed, but, well, you understand, I'm sure. Goodbye, Geralt.
Vale, y esta es la misión escenas de matrimonio. Y hemos hecho el principio. Por lo tanto, aquí lo dejamos. Vale, cierro partida. ¿He subido de nivel? No, no he subido. Bueno, aquí lo dejamos, ¿no? En el próximo episodio haré la misión. Y como se puede ver, ya no tengo muchas más. Tengo esta principal y no tengo más. No tengo más. Solo tengo esta, que será la siguiente que haga, ¿vale? Así que nada, aquí dejo esto y mañana volveré a hacer otro directito ya haciendo esta misión, la de escenas de matrimonio, ¿vale? Así que nada, aquí lo dejo. Hasta luego.